Hey guys, this is Shayen with Backstage Pass. Here I am with Ryan and Vin. Boys, welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us, mate.
My pleasure. Now here you are, a couple months after the release of Black Sun.
Yep.
You know, embarking on your big Aussie tour. How are you feeling?
Pretty good. Pretty tired, to be honest. We were actually in America for pretty much most of the time when we released Black Sun. So we were there for 4 months. Came home, had 10 days off, and straight into touring. So we're pretty exhausted, and we've actually these shows were added midway through the Australian tour to make it a bit longer and get to those regional spots like here in Wollongong and Newcastle last night. So it's been really good to come home and play shows again.
Looking forward to a little bit of time off when we get it as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, now we're excited. We haven't played regional shows in Australia for like probably 2 years or something. So
we haven't played Wollongong's.
Last time we were in Wollongong, we were here
with the holidays.
The holidays in about 2010.
Yeah. 2010.
11.
2011. Yeah, started 2011.
Any fond memories from that gig?
We met a Mexican Playboy. Is that the main thing? Playmate. A Mexican playmate. She was
studying
cover of the
here.
Mexican Playboy, and she was apparently studying here. Her name was Romina something.
She was a babe.
She was a good girl.
I don't know if anyone from here knows her, but if you can find her,
Him.
call him.
Now you're in the States earlier this year and you're going back later. I guess, how do you kind of keep focused to kind of keep it interesting being on the road day in and day out?
I think just being on the road, especially in America, just keeps it interesting by default because you're in different. You travel 2 hours like anyway, and it's kind of sometimes like being in a totally different country. Sometimes like different people, different vibes. So it's never gets kind of monotonous when you're touring night after night because it's kind of not like Australia where you can go to Melbourne and then go to Sydney, and it's kind of the same kind of vibe. But yeah, so in that way it's easier in America because it's just different from what we're used to, and the vibes so different from city to city.
What kind of like vibes would you say?
In America or just anywhere in general?
Australia loves to get. Well, since this tour, everyone just gets absolutely shit-faced, and that's the vibe of Australia. And that's why we were looking forward to coming home. But we didn't realise how much Australians actually love to get shit-faced.
Yeah, they get so drunk.
Yeah.
Like you go away for ages and everyone kind of.
In America, it's sort of more tame. Like people still drink, but they dance even if they're not drunk. They like really get into it. But here,
it's kind of like when you go to like a young kids party and everyone's kind of just real hypo anyway.
Yeah.
But they're not drunk, or like you go to a grade 6 disco and everyone's like dancing, but there's nothing.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah, but then when you come back to Australia, everyone's just fucking stumbling around the streets.
It felt like I don't know.
Like one of the first shows that we came back and we played in Brisbane, it was like schoolies, but it wasn't even schoolies, but there's just like so much skin everywhere.
Yeah, too much
so much skin and vomit on the
just
streets.
Mayhem. Sweat, skin and vomit is basically the Australian crowd. Yeah.
And of course, with America, you're going back later this year, and you kind of launched a Kickstarter campaign.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a bit about that?
Yeah, well, we have a lot of shit to take around.
It's expensive.
I don't know if anyone's seen a show, but we have, two drum kits and a whole drums, bass, guitar. Just a lot of there's a lot of shit on stage synths
and because with our live show, it is hard for us to just borrow anyone's gear because everything's set up to exactly how we feel comfortable, and using other people's stuff just wouldn't work. So we literally have to tour with all our gear, we tour with all our light show, and
we just don't want to give people a cheaped out show, version of the show. We thought we'd go back one last time, but because it's kind of towards the end of the album cycle, and it would just be good to just get a little bit of money, like if anyone wants to chip in, just to, I guess, help us get over and help us fund to put on the show we want to put on, I guess.
And I guess we sort of owe it to ourselves, because the amount of hours we've spent in America just busting our asses off over there, we sort of thought we should go back and do our album tour, because we haven't actually done a headline tour over there. So it's like we built up a little bit of momentum, I guess you could say, and you know, more people were coming to shows to see us play. So I think for us it was just like, let's go over there and give people that actually bought the album like a
proper show. I guess it's more. I guess it's more of a, might be a donation.
That is our charity line, actually. Just answer.